Join me as I dive into Stalker 2 and see if I can survive as the game gets progressively tougher with every level. In this video, we will explore how Stalker 2 becomes increasingly difficult as you advance, creating a unique and immersive gaming experience. Many players struggle with the escalating difficulty, often feeling overwhelmed or unprepared for the challenges that lie ahead. One of the most significant hurdles is the unexpected changes in enemy behavior that seem to happen out of nowhere. You're cruising along, taking down mutants and bandits left and right, and then suddenly, you're faced with an enemy that's completely different from what you've seen before. It's like the game is saying, hey, you think you're doing well? Think again, because I'm about to throw you a curveball. As you progress, the game starts to throw more and more curves at you, and it can be incredibly frustrating. You might find yourself dying repeatedly, wondering what you did wrong, and feeling like you're not making any progress. But that's exactly what makes Stalker 2 so compelling. It's a game that demands your attention and your skills. You can't just coast on autopilot, you need to be constantly adapting and adjusting your strategy. The game's resource management system is another aspect that adds to the difficulty. You're not showered with ammo and health kits like in other FPS games. No, in Stalker 2, you have to scrounge for every bullet and every bandage. You have to ration your resources carefully, deciding when to hold back and when to push forward. And if you're not careful, you can find yourself in a situation where you're running low on everything, and you're forced to make some tough decisions. The combination of these factors creates a sense of tension and uncertainty that's hard to find in other games. You're always on edge, never knowing when the next big challenge is going to come along. And that's what makes Stalker 2 so addictive. You want to see what's around the next corner, what new horrors or surprises the game has in store for you. We'll delve into the mechanics behind the game's difficulty progression, examining enemy behavior, resource management, and player adaptability. At its core, Stalker 2 is a game about survival, and the devs have done an incredible job of creating an environment that feels hostile and unforgiving. From the way the enemies patrol and flank to the way the environment can be used against you, every aspect of the game is designed to test your skills. One of the most impressive things about Stalker 2 is the way the game learns from your behavior. The more you play, the more the game adapts to your playstyle. If you're someone who likes to rush and guns blazing, the game will start to throw more aggressive enemies at you. If you're more stealthy, the game will start to add more traps and ambushes. It's an incredibly clever system that keeps the game feeling fresh even after multiple playthroughs. The game's design also encourages exploration and discovery. You're not funneled down a narrow corridor, you're free to roam the open world, discovering new locations and secrets. And the more you explore, the more you realize just how much depth and complexity the game has. From the way the mutants interact with the environment to the way the humans respond to your actions, everything in Stalker 2 feels carefully crafted to create a sense of immersion. At the peak of our exploration, we'll showcase a particularly intense gameplay moment that highlights the game's unique difficulty mechanics. This is a game that can go from 0 to 60 in a heartbeat, and when it does, it's an exhilarating experience. You'll be on the edge of your seat, your heart pounding in your chest, as you fight for survival against all odds. And when you finally emerge victorious, you'll feel an incredible sense of accomplishment, knowing that you've overcome some of the toughest challenges in gaming. One of the most impressive things about this moment is the way the game ratchets up the tension. You'll start to feel a sense of unease as you realize that something is off, and then suddenly, everything goes to hell. The enemies will start to swarm, the environment will start to work against you, and you'll be forced to think on your feet if you want to survive. It's an incredible adrenaline rush, and it's what makes Stalker 2 so addictive. As we get closer to the end of this analysis, it's clear that Stalker 2's progressive challenge is what sets it apart from other games. It's a game that's designed to push you to your limits, to test your skills and your resolve. And when you finally emerge victorious, you'll feel a sense of pride and accomplishment that's hard to find elsewhere. To wrap up, we'll summarize how Stalker 2's progressive challenge keeps players engaged and on their toes throughout their journey. This is a game that demands your attention, your skill, and your dedication. And if you're willing to put in the time and effort, you'll be rewarded with an experience that's unlike anything else in gaming. If you enjoyed this analysis, be sure to check out our other videos for more gaming insights and share your experiences in the comments below.